On one peaceful day, I, Kyotaro Ishigaki, sat in my classroom as a transfer student was introduced to our class.
Will you please introduce yourself? Yes, my name is Utano Isuzu, and I will be joining this class starting today. Nice to meet you all. I'm still getting to know the area, but I'm excited to be here.
She had a slender, model-like figure and striking, well-defined features. Her graceful demeanor and beautiful voice made you want to lean in and listen more closely. Whoa, she's so pretty! Is she a model or a celebrity? The entire classroom was shocked to see such a pretty girl. Isuzu, the transfer student, had the entire classroom's attention, and everyone was asking her questions during recess hours.
What do you like to do? I tend to listen to music during my free time.
Do you take the train to get here?
Yes, the rush hours in the morning can be rough.
I feel like I'm getting to know her by just eavesdropping on the conversation. Hey, Kyotaro, what do you think about Isuzu? I think she's really pretty. Right? I want her to be my girlfriend, but I don't think I stand a chance. Oh, you're not very confident, are you? According to rumors, she's getting offers from talent agencies. I guess she won't really get to be my girlfriend if her agency doesn't allow relationships. I guess you're confident, given that you would have thought you stood a chance with her if the agency allowed relationships. But I guess an ordinary guy like me won't deserve her to begin with. I probably won't have anything to talk about with her. At least, that's how I felt at that time. One day after school, a short while since Isuzu transferred to our school. Is that Isuzu? I saw Isuzu at the train station on my way home. I remember her saying that she was taking the train to get to school. And that was when Isuzu stood up to get on the train that got to the station, but she left her cell phone by the bench. Hey, your phone! I rushed to tell her, but she didn't seem to hear me. Crap! I rushed over to the bench to pick up the phone, and I got onto the train that she got onto. The moment I got on, the door closed right behind me. This train is going towards the opposite direction from my house. I naturally looked at the cell phone and saw a music app on the screen. It seemed like Isuzu didn't hear my voice because she was listening to music on her earphones. Oh, I know this song. Anyway, I need to give her the phone. I tapped the screen to stop the music.
Oh? Huh? What?
Isuzu finally realized that she had lost her phone when the music stopped all of a sudden. Hey! Isuzu! Over here!
Oh, is that you, Ishigaki?
Isuzu looked a bit startled to see me there. You left this on the bench at the station. Here. As I handed her the phone, she looked a bit sorry as she expressed appreciation.
Thank you. Did you come after me just to hand my phone to me?
Yep. I planned on getting on the train anyway, but this one's going in the opposite direction from my home, though.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Were you listening to music?
Yes, I'm sorry. I didn't notice you because I had my earphones on.
I like that band too.
Yes. Wait, what?
Isuzu looked a bit surprised as she heard my words.
Ishigaki, do you like Nangaba?
Yep, I listen to them pretty often. Non-Gaba is the name of the rock band that I listen to often. I heard they used to be very famous, but the band broke up before we were even born. Ever since I heard their songs online, I've been their fan.
I really like them too, but not very many people even know who they are.
They were famous before we were even born.
That's right, but I'm surprised that you listen to them too.
Me too. I never thought you would listen to Nangaba. We had a fun conversation about Nangaba for a short while. Isuzu said that she didn't have a friend who would enjoy talking about them, but it's the same for me too. They're a cool band, but because they're not from the current era, I gave up talking about them with friends around my age. And for that reason, it was exciting to discover someone who enjoys talking about Nangaba.
Bye, Ishigaki. I'll see you tomorrow.
Yep, I'll see you tomorrow. Ever since then, Isuzu and I have started to talk in school often too. Some of our classmates were wondering about our relationship, but once they found out that Isuzu and I were talking about a band that others didn't know, they all seemed to understand as they walked away. We started off by talking about Nangaba, but we naturally started talking about ourselves too. It seems like Isuzu's family owns a business, and she's from a wealthy family. She's pretty, and she's wealthy, which made me feel like she was the girl who had it all. One day after school, Isuzu and I were talking in the classroom after everyone else was gone. By the way, we need to submit our post-graduation plans soon.
That's right. What are your plans, Ishigaki?
I'm just going to college. I don't really have a dream job or anything. Your family owns a business, right? Are you going to be their successor in the future?
No, I won't.
Does that mean there's another career path that you want to pursue?
Yes, I want to become a model.
What?
I know I'm being a bit presumptuous, all thinking that I'd have a chance to be a model.
No, that wasn't why I was surprised. Isuzu had a model-like figure and she was pretty, and I felt like she'd become a great model. I was just surprised to hear that she wanted to become a model instead of taking over her family business. As I explained that, Isuzu nodded.
You're right. My parents were surprised about it too.
Yeah, I was wondering about that too.
I grew up naturally thinking that I'd take over my parents' business one day, but when my grandfather passed away a few years ago, I realized that I only have one life to live. And if I only have one life to live, I want to live the way I want.
I see. In that case, why did you choose to become a model when there are infinite different options?
I used to enjoy reading a fashion magazine that my parents had when I was little. I was astonished by the models that were in the photos that I saw, and I've always wanted to become one of them. Hey, Ishigaki, will you support my dream?
I'll promise you that. I'm sure you're going to become the best model in our nation.
Thank you, Ishigaki.
Isuzu chuckled as she said that. The following day, after school, a strange gentleman wearing a suit approached me. Excuse me, are you Mr. Ishigaki from Kanon High School? Who are you? Pardon me, here's my business card. As I took the business card from the man, I saw that he was from a talent agency that I recognized. Is he here to scout me to become a celebrity? At first, I misunderstood, but needless to say, I was wrong. I'd like to talk to you about Miss Isuzu, your classmate, Utano Isuzu. You know her, right? Yes, she's my classmate. I started to choose my words carefully to make sure I didn't say anything that would be disadvantageous for Utano. I heard that you and Miss Isuzu are very close to each other. It seemed like he already knew about the relationship between me and Isuzu. Our agency is about to sign a contract with Miss Isuzu. She has the potential to become a famous model, and she will be an asset to our agency. I agree that she'd become a famous model. But there's a problem. Our agency gets quite sensitive about scandals. Especially when it comes to romance, it would affect our brand name. You're saying that I'm in your way because I'm close to Isuzu? I'm glad that you're seeing my point, but that's not necessarily what I'm trying to say. It's just that, if you care about Miss Isuzu, I suggest you make contact with her less frequently. I understand. Thank you for letting me know. Thank you. Please, do not inform Miss Isuzu that we came to reach out to you about this. The man walked away after saying what he had to say. As soon as I got home, I laid down on my bed. The words that the man said earlier were going through my head. Isuzu's getting scouted, huh? She's amazing. I'm sure she'll become a famous model. But he said that I'm in her way of her dream. I looked at his business card once again. I then remembered what Isuzu and I talked about in the classroom the other day. Becoming a model is Isuzu's dream that she wants to accomplish in her one and only life that she gets to live. I promised her that I'd support her. Alright. I decided to keep a distance from Isuzu. The next day, after school... Isuzu? Can I talk to you for a second?
What is it?
The two of us have been talking a lot recently.
That's true. Not just during break hours, but we often stay after school to talk, just like now.
I don't think we should continue doing this.
Continue doing this?
Others might misunderstand our relationship. I mean, I don't think it's okay for us to be so close to each other when we're not even in a relationship. I struggled to suddenly tell her that I wanted to keep a distance from her. While I stumbled on my words, Isuzu suddenly looked like she realized something.
Ishigaki, are you?
No, that's not what I'm trying to say.
You don't have to negate it like that.
Well, what I'm trying to say is that we should keep a distance from each other.
What? I don't want to do that. Besides, if others are going to misunderstand, so be it.
But then, that's not always okay, is it?
What do you mean?
Well, I almost mentioned the conversation I had with the talent agency, but I remember that he told me not to tell her. That day, I wasn't very successful at convincing Isuzu. A few days later... What do I do? I continued to try to keep a distance from her, but I failed every attempt. It seemed like Isuzu cherished the relationship she built with me more than I ever imagined. I should give up on my current methods to seek an alternative at this point. Instead of trying to keep a distance from her, I should try and get her to choose to keep a distance from me. I honestly felt reluctant to do this, but I should become the type of person that she would want to stay away from. I need to first find out what type of people Isuzu hates. One day after school... By the way, Isuzu... I was about to ask her what type of people she hates, and realized that it's a weird question. I should start off by asking normal questions. What type of people do you like?
What? Why are you asking me that question?
Well, I just wanted to get to know you better. I wasn't lying.
I see.
For some reason, Isuzu blushed and started acting shy. I wondered why she was behaving like that. So, what type of people do you like?
I like kind people. Also, someone who has the same hobby. And someone who supports me. I mean, It's not like there's someone specific on my mind. I'm just speaking out of my general thoughts.
I see. On the other hand, what type of people do you hate? This is the real question. Because of how naturally the conversation was flowing, Isuzu answered my question without wondering why I was asking.
I don't like violent people. I also don't like people who are selfish and arrogant.
I see. Thank you, Isuzu.
Huh? You're welcome?
Alright, now I know what type of people Isuzu hates. All I need to do now is to make sure I act in a way so she'd hate me. Ever since that day, I tried my best so Isuzu would hate me.
Hey, Ishigaki!
What's the matter, Isuzu? Actually, Utano?
Huh?
What do you want? Why are you talking to me? It seems like she's wondering what's going on because I'm suddenly calling her by her first name. I looked up the word arrogant, and it sounded like the word describes people who look down on others. I figured this was something that I could immediately apply. I'm sure she'd be insulted that I'm calling her by her first name when I'm not even her boyfriend. Despite my thoughts, Isuzu's reaction was not what I expected.
I'm happy that you called me by my first name.
Huh?
I feel like we're even closer to each other now.
This is strange. Why is she happy when I called her by her first name? Damn it! I need to make sure she hates me. I remember her telling me that she hates violent men. There!
What's the matter, Ishigaki?
I tried to be violent by punching the wall that was right next to me, trying to show her that I was a violent person. Utano, I'm going to hurt you if you don't stay away from me.
What?
Ouch! My hand hurt because I don't usually punch anything.
I think you're the one who just hurt yourself. Are you okay? Here, let me take a look.
Yeah, I think I'll be okay. Thank you, Utano.
Huh?
Unfortunately, I failed to get Isuzu to hate me by pretending to be a violent person. A few days later...
Hey, Ishigaki!
What's the matter, Utano? I'd been continuing to try my best, but all my plans had failed. I tried to act as if I was an arrogant, violent person, but none of it worked for Isuzu.
I got scouted by a talent agency recently.
What?
It's an agency called AB Talent Agency. Have you ever heard of them?
Yeah. That was the same agency that was listed on the business card that I got the other day. I see. So Isuzu's now officially about to join their agency. Isuzu's dream is to become a model, and I promised her that I'll support her. If I'm going to get in her way to make her dream come true, there's only one thing I should do. I made up my mind and tried to hold down my heart as it was racing faster and faster. Ugh. I pushed Utano's shoulder away from me.
Oh, what's the matter?
You're so annoying!
What?
You've been troubling me because you were acting as if you were my friend, just because we had the same hobby.
But I thought we enjoyed our conversation together. Why are you doing this?
I never really cared about you to begin with.
What?
Are you going to be a model? Well, good luck with that. Bye.
Hey, Ishigaki!
I could hear her trying to stop me from walking away, but I ignored her voice as I continued walking. I'm so sorry, but this is the only option I had. I apologized to her without verbalizing it.
I stood there for a while thinking about what happened after Ishigaki walked away. Well, what's going on? Ishigaki isn't the type of person who would ever say anything like that, and it looked like he was trying to be someone he isn't. I couldn't help but to think that there must be a reason. Oh? When I looked at the floor, I noticed a small piece of paper there. It seems like it fell out of his pocket earlier. As I picked up the small paper, I was surprised to see what was on it. Wait, is this?
It's been a few weeks since I pushed Isuzu away from me. Haven't spoken to her ever since. Of course I was being terrible to her. But since I made up my mind that I'd support her, I don't regret it. But at the same time, it's sad to lose a great friend.
A long time no talk, Ishigaki.
Oh, Isuzu.
You're calling me by my last name. Are you okay?
Did you need something from me?
Yes, I need you to come to the rooftop after school today.
Do I really need to go?
Yes, you do. Bye.
Isuzu walked away after telling me only what she needed to say. After school, I felt reluctant, but I couldn't let Isuzu wait for me forever on the rooftop, so I decided to go there as she said.
You're here.
You told me to come here.
You could have ignored me, though, but you came. I knew you were a kind person. I wanted to give this back to you.
Is that...
It fell out of your pocket the other day. I knew something was strange about you recently, but I realized that the agency talked to you about it. I figured everything out when I saw that business card.
So you knew?
Yes, I knew why you were trying to keep a distance from me, and why you were trying to be a weird person.
I wasn't trying to be a weird person, but I guess that's what it looked like, what I was doing to her. Guess I humiliated myself.
And there's something I'd like to show you.
What is this?
It's this.
Is that Kanon Talent Agency?
Yes, this is the business card from the agency that I ultimately and officially signed a contract with.
Officially? What about the other agency then?
I rejected the offer.
You rejected the offer?
That agency didn't allow me to be close to boys. Kanon Talent Agency allows me to be friends with boys, and they even allow relationships.
Does that mean...
You don't need to try hard to keep a distance from me.
Is that so? I'm glad. I was honestly sad that I didn't get to talk to you anymore.
I could tell just by looking at you in the past few weeks.
What? Really?
It was quite obvious. I'm sure all of our classmates saw it too.
How embarrassing.
So, again, Ishigaki, this agency allows relationships.
Yep, good for you.
Is that all you have to say?
Huh?
You're so blunt. Since my agency allows it, I wanted to tell you that I want you to be my boyfriend.
What? Wait, what?
Did you really not notice?
But then, I don't know if I deserve you.
I would never look for a new agency for the sake of someone I don't care for. I did this because I wanted to be in a relationship with you. So now, will you please give me your answer?
I like you too, Isuzu. Will you be my girlfriend?
Yes, I'll be more than happy to.
Isuzu said as she held my hands.
Ishigaki, I worked so hard for this. I had to reject the offer for the other agency and look for a new agency that allows a relationship.
Yeah.
I think a girlfriend who worked hard deserves a prize.
You're right. Maybe we can go on a date this weekend.
Pinky promise?
Yep. Pinky promise. I'm going to continue supporting Isuzu's dream. Not as a guy friend, but as her boyfriend.